Hi, so I will be doing a presentation on the life of Anne Frank, and this is how her story goes. So, Anne was born June 12th, 1929 in Frankfurt, Germany to Jewish parents, Edith and Otto Frank. Less than 4 years after she was born, Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany, and his main target was members of the Jewish community and those who associated themselves with the Jewish community. He believed that they were the source of Germany's problems. And so the growing support for Hitler and the Nazi Party resulted in poor economic situations for Jews, and therefore prompted Otto and Edith to move their family over to Amsterdam. This is a picture of their house. After adapting to life in the Netherlands for about 7 years, Anne had made good friends, learned the language, and her father even had a solid job, all until Nazi Germany invaded Poland, which was the start of World War II. Anne was 10 years old when Nazi Germany then invaded the Netherlands, and within 5 days the Dutch army surrendered. It wasn't long before the Jews were slowly unable to visit more and more public places, such as parks, movie theaters, and even shops. Anne's father inevitably lost his job as Jews were not allowed to run businesses, and Anne had to attend a new school, which separated Jewish children from the general population. After banning Jews from almost every public place, Hitler took things even farther by requiring all Jews to wear the Star of David on their clothes. As rumors began to spread of a labor camp, Anne's parents suspected and feared cruel persecution. The next day, on June 6, 1942, Anne and her family went into hiding. Otto had begun setting up a hiding place in the annex of his business, and they were soon joined by an additional 4 people. Life in the hiding place was cramped, unpredictable, and terrifying. Anne had to stay extremely quiet and often passed time by writing in her journal, which was given to her on her 13th birthday. Anne wrote about her thoughts, her feelings, and her everyday life in the hiding place. She wrote tons of short stories during her 2 years in hiding, and even rewrote hundreds of passages from novels. Writing is how Anne passed the time. On August 4th of 1944, Anne and her family were found and arrested by police officers. Part of Anne's diary was saved by other helpers before the hiding place was searched and emptied by Nazi forces. Anne and her family were taken to Auschwitz, a prison camp in Amsterdam. The trip took 3 days in an incredibly packed train with little food and water and a mere bucket as a toilet. Anne, her parents, and sister were reviewed upon arrival on ability to perform laboring work tasks. Anne and her sister Margot were sent to the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, while their parents stayed behind in Auschwitz. There was little food and water, and it was cold, wet, and extremely uncomfortable. Diseases spread like wildfire, and Anne and Margot inevitably contracted typhus. Anne and Margot sadly died in February of 1945 due to the inhumane living conditions that led to the crippling effects that typhus had on their bodies. Anne's father, Otto, was liberated from Auschwitz and returned to the Netherlands, where he learned his wife and daughters had unfortunately died in the concentration camps. Otto got a hold of Anne's diary and decided to publish it June of 1947 to live out his daughter's legacy. And that is my works cited. Thank you.